Welcome to our Pink Table Talk. I see guests saying, I finally got in. Oh my goodness. My name is Katrina Harris Earl. I'm a national sales director. And I am just so grateful, so amazingly grateful that you have joined us for this Pink Table Talk. This is a special one. So beauty consultants, please take a minute and make sure your customers are all in the Rock Your Fabulous group. Guests that are on, please be sure that you type your name in the chat, tag your beauty consultant, let her know that you are on. She wants to know you are here. We're going to have a fabulous program. I'm saying hello to Reba and Geneva and Maria and Kathy and Patricia and Brenda and Dwayna and Rita and Shirley. And I see a lot of people. Deborah can't even catch all of them, but this is episode 7 of our Pink Table Talk. And we're going to top it off with an amazing drawing that has from all of our entries from April, May, and June. And so today's drawing is $1,000 cash. $500 will go to one amazing beauty consultant, and another $500 to her to the client that is drawn. So super excited, y'all. Without further ado, on today's episode of Pink Table Talk, I have my girlfriend from Houston, Texas. Oh my gosh, you are going to love her. Absolutely, positively love her. She has a business degree from the University of Southern Mississippi and an MBA in international business from the University of St. Thomas in Houston, Texas. She is married to DeMarcus Jones. We got to do some hanging out when we were in Hawaii, who is her number one supporter, and they have a beautiful daughter, Carrington Elise. She loves people and people love her. Dorothy, would you please have her join me right here on the pink table? Hello, my girlfriend, Carmen. How are you?
Hello. Oh my goodness. So excited to be on this pink table with you.
Oh my goodness. Well, we always, I get to invite some of my favorite people, best girlfriends, and we talk about business tips and business strategy and, working moms and how to fit it in and how we do it. And I just could not think of a better guest to culminate the end of this series that we've been doing and the beginning, of course, of this next series than to have you on. And so I thank you for saying yes all those months ago, getting on your calendar. And I'm just really excited to talk to you. And I know that everyone's going to lean in to the questions I'm going to ask. And I shared them with you in advance. I know you're totally prepared to just school us, bring us up. I am so curious to know about your corporate background and what you love most about being so strong and successful in that corporate world. I came from a nonprofit background, not from a political background, so not from a traditional corporate background. So I know you loved your job. And so can you just talk about it?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on today. As you said, a little bit of my accolades, my background, undergraduate degree is business with emphasis in management information systems. So I wanted to do IT, but more with a business spin on it. And then several years later, went back and got my master's, MBA in international business. And so for 17 years, worked in oil and gas with increasing roles of responsibility. I had experience mostly coaching coaching and teaching adults in technology. And through that was able to travel the world. I've been to every continent except Antarctica, coaching and training individuals. So I've always had a passion for education and then loved giving back. I was the president of an employee network while there. And so we gave back to the community. And also, we were able to bring personal and career development programs to the workforce. So, very rewarding career.
I muted myself because someone, you know what happens in your house? No one's making any noise. And as soon as you go online, they're raising the garage. Everything. My office is right over the garage. So every time somebody opens that garage, it's like, okay, we see, we hear you. So in the midst of all that crazy, speaking of crazy, moms know, working from home brings its own kind of crazy, but you were working out of the home in a corporate job. What led you in the midst of that to even think about becoming an entrepreneur and starting a business? Because so many people say, how could I ever go from here to there, or even just doing both? How did you do that and why?
Well, I actually started entrepreneurship as a single woman. And so at that time, I remember buying my first home. And so, when you go from apartment to home, your discretionary income starts to, go down. Okay. And then it got better. On my birthday that particular year, my car broke down. So I had a brand new mortgage, a brand new car note, and all that comes with a new home. So I was truly looking for an opportunity. And what I always say is, hey, corporate America pays us well, but what happens when things happen? A lot of times when you have income, that income is allocated. It's allocated for different things. And so what happens when the car breaks down, or when you need a tire, or the washing machine goes out, or whatever? And so at that time, a big draw for me to start my own business was just graduating with my MBA, but at the same time, my job was going through layoffs. So if you know, every few years, very cyclical in oil and gas. When it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's brutally bad at times. And so that was the first time that I was faced with that side of corporate America, where you may be here today and you may not be there tomorrow. And so thankfully I survived that particular layoff, but I was like, oh no, I have got to get something in place for the just in case. And that is truly what drove me to start looking, for an entrepreneurial opportunity.
That's good. That's amazing. And when I decided to become an entrepreneur, it was my nonprofit job was very busy, 60 plus hours a week. I was in grad school, commuting 2 hours one way, no traffic, in a hoopty. I always say, one of them cars that don't always start up so good. And so in the midst of that crazy, the reason I started similar to you, because, well, for me, I wanted to buy a home. I knew I needed some more money to fill the gap, And so what can you talk to us about how you balanced it? I know that you talked about being single, now married with kids. What are some key tips that you've learned that have allowed you to balance, or do we say balance even? Is that a fair word? Harmony, create
harmony. That is the new word, right? Because it's just, how do you harmonize with it all? So yes, definitely, when you're single, running a business, it's just you can put as much time into it as you like, and then comes the husband, and then comes the baby, right? So I've definitely done it all in business, all avenues of life. And so for me, one of the biggest things is communication. Communication is key. And when children become involved, it truly becomes a balancing act or a harmonization of sorts. And so my husband is super supportive, number one fan. Thank God for him that he really steps up to the plate there we are. Look at us. He truly steps up to the plate. I mean, literally, as we're speaking, he's like making dinner, so that's just really how we roll. But when your spouse sees the benefits from your business, Okay. And they get to participate in the rewards. It makes it that much better because you get to share those moments with them and they know that it's all worth it. And so, a few things just kind of in the household in terms of tips. Like I said, husband number one, whenever I have meetings or things to do, he's helping with our daughter, he's helping with dinner. At times, we've had sitters to come in if that's what we need. It's really about identifying what you need help with. We learned early on that house chores, we needed help with that. We needed help with that. So before the pandemic, we had somebody coming in literally every week. Now we've kind of calmed down a little bit. So it's about every other week. We've had even family members to do pickup for those who have small kids. When I was really wanting to work my business, that 4 to 7, those 3 hours, I just needed like 3 hours. And so one of our aunts would help pick up my daughter, for a period of time. And I know it's summertime. Sometimes you have college students that do that and have businesses. You have mommy's helpers that do that. And the moms groups are absolutely amazing. There's also clothing folding services that you can get. Yeah.
Got numbers to share. No, I'm kidding.
Amazing. The moms group. Yes, tap into those mommies groups. Moms know it all. Okay. And so it's really about communication and getting the help that you need to help your house to work.
So working, and you gave great tips for balancing it all that apply to all moms that are working out of the home and working in the home. With the home-based business, what are some things that are unique to home-based business? Talk about how you make it work with your daughter, and even how it's benefiting her, even as a super young girl who I know will grow up. But what's unique to being having a business from home that perhaps it enhances home life, and how do you make it work specifically from the home-based business perspective?
From the home-based business, now I am a parent. I do not have her in the home with me all day, and that's a decision that you have to make. I am a work from home mom. I'm not a stay-at-home mom. But if you are a stay-at-home mom, it's ways to still make it work. But for me, she goes to school. Right now we're in summer camp, and what I love about working from home is that I get to go to those field trips. I get to be present. I get to do doctor's appointments, all while still working my own business. And that's the beauty of it. She gets to go and have summer camp and have fun and be refreshed. And I get to stay home and work and do the things that I need to do, for my business. And then we come together in the evening, we have a blast, we do the park, we do all types of things. So we definitely make it work. But, during the day, she is not here with us.
We both have so many girlfriends that we have seen raise children in working from home. What are some things that you think as she gets older that will be the biggest benefits that will help you say, you know what, I'm so glad I did this?
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you about her personality. One thing that it's not what's taught, it's what's caught. My baby is a professional celebrator. She loves to celebrate others. She just catches it. Also, she compliments. If she saw you, Katrina, right now, she would say, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair. I love your earrings. Your top is fabulous." I mean, she's growing up in that culture. Growing up in that culture of celebration. She also work ethic. Having little chores and having little things that she has to do to build that little character and build her work ethic. And she is a leader. I mean, literally, she's a leader. She leads the line at school. She leads the kids, the kids, right? It's not that she's not a kid. So it's just so many little lessons that I know that she will grow up with and just benefit. And then for me being present. Because she's only at 5, and I've heard as they get older, you need to be even more present with them. So we will, that'll be an added perk along the way.
Well, we both are executive women that stay tuned, not just to our own pink world. We don't just always sit at the pink table, but we step into the world of others. We love this positive pink world, but we're very aware of what's taken place in the world. And I'm sure you still are connected with your girlfriends in corporate and, certainly in the gas industry right about now. Um, why do you think culturally, economically, what's taking place in in our society right now, people are overwhelmed, right? It's just,
Yes.
I mean, the overwhelm, we've used that word so much. Sometimes when you use the same word over and over, it loses its power. But this
Mhm.
is overwhelm on steroids. So
Yes.
the thought of putting one more thing on top of, on top of, on top of can be like, are you kidding me? Yet we all can fast forward and see down the line that everybody needs some more money. We need more
That part.
control over us. So what makes now a good time to think about becoming a business owner, and perhaps business owner with our company, which is what we would encourage people to do?
Absolutely. And so the biggest thing, even me 10 years ago, I knew I needed a plan B. If the pandemic didn't teach us anything, it should have taught us that number one, nothing is secure.
Mhm,
Okay. As rock solid as companies are, nothing is secure. And so we have to have a plan B. And then, all those years ago when I saw my friends getting let go and laid off and how it impacted them and impacted their families, the biggest thing that I always say is get your plan B in place when you don't need it so that you can have it when you do need it.
mhm. That's
I was
good.
an entrepreneur long before the pandemic. And so when that happened, that was already in place. And it could be another stream of income, another avenue, just in case something happens. So definitely you have to get it in place now for
Mhm,
the future.
mhm. Absolutely. And just, can we just pause for a minute and talk about, it's not just the plan B for income for your family, but what's the other stuff, girl? We have a lot of fun. Women need fun.
Yes, fun.
Oh,
Listen.
it's like we get dressed up and get pretty. I mean, I just picked up my gown for a seminar. I mean, it's just like, just what else do you get from this that, like, it corporate couldn't even touch it, like couldn't even touch it.
I mean, a couple of things. Well, definitely the fun for sure. I have both of my gowns, both of my gowns.
Me
This is
too. I
the
got
first year ever that I have been that early getting gowns. I'm normally like the day before leaving. And then also the positivity. When we truly say like pink bubble, we truly mean pink bubble. These are people that lift you up and want to see you do well and want to see you win. I always say, if someone's training you on your job, they may leave a little something for themselves, right? Like, I'm not going to teach her all the steps because, I want job security. But when we're training you, hey, we only grow if you grow. And
Mhm.
so we're very vested in your growth. We want to see you excel and go to the next level. So we're going to give you, I say you, we're going to give you all the things to make you
All these-
successful and not hold anything back for ourselves. So those are just a few things.
Oh my goodness. I'm so grateful for the guests that are on. Stay tuned for our $1,000 drawing coming in about 10 minutes. And I'm just loving this conversation. This
Yes.
segues into another question I didn't tell you I was going to ask, but it's so easy for us to talk about the power of mentorship. Both of
Mhm.
us have had amazing mentors, and your mentor is my girlfriend. And I know you've been mentored by several women, but we
Right.
all have, um, I like to say women have been mothered and they've been managed, but a lot of women have not
Mhm.
been mentored.
That's
And
good.
not to say that there aren't women that have been athletes and have played on a team, but for most people, most women, most females, that's not the case. And so the power of the team, the power of mentorship, the power of being able to win, because, participate in the team winning, and then to lead a team to win. Can you talk about that? The mentorship, we are mentors and we
Mhm.
get mentored. So talk about that.
Absolutely. And I believe it goes back to that culture of
Mhm.
everybody wanting to see you win and helping you win and kind of pulling you up and showing you the ropes and the things that you need to do to be successful. But I love that women have been managed, but really not mentored. And so, we sit on both sides of it. When people come into our organizations, we give them the blueprint. We give them the plan. We say, hey, you can go as fast or as slow as you want to. You can go at your own pace. But we are always there to lend that ear, to give advice, to do the things that to meet the goals that they have. So that mentorship is so, so, so important. And just a sounding board, a listening ear, to make sure, hey, am I going along the right path? Am I doing this the right way? Because sometimes you don't have that. And so we definitely have that here for sure.
I mean, it's so cool to be the boss, not have a boss, but to
Yes.
have a mentor who just is adjustment. Literally, I just got home from the airport, landed and leaving out tomorrow. And as we were flying over, the pilot is totally in control, but that pilot is being mentored, being coached by a tower that sees a bigger picture. The pilot is handling that. And so that is the power. That is so cool. You're not just out there. We see other business owners that really feel like they're kind of out there for themselves.
Right.
And there's a lot at risk. There ain't no 90% guarantee. There ain't no, it's like you get a package, you get a mentor, and that is really cool. So pretend that I was starting today and I'm coming to you and I'm saying, Carmen, what is it going to take for me to be successful? What are the most important tips for a woman to be successful with a home-based business, and specifically in our company? What would it take for me? And understanding that some people want a little bit of extra cash, some people want a great part-time cash, and some people say, honey, if you got it, I want it. Okay. I want two things, it all. Okay. Just show me how to have it all. So what would you say just at the start, from the start, what does it take?
Absolutely. And so that's the first thing is identification. Why are you in this business? And we always say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, with us. And we absolutely love that. And so what is it that you want? I know for me, it was extra income. That was the need at that time. And then we'll identify how much extra income do you want. But just, quick tips on starting a business. One, you get out of it what you put into it. And so as mentors and as guides, we can guide, but like you said, we don't manage. And so definitely getting out of it what they put into it, and then helping to understand that you don't have to do it all day every day. People will say things like, well, when I start something, I want to give it 100%. And so we've been taught that, well, you don't do anything 100% of the time. You don't eat 100% of the time. You don't sleep 100% of the time. When it's time to go to bed, you go to bed. When it's time to wake up and eat, you do that. And so the same is true for a business. If you say, okay, great, I'm going to devote an hour or two a day, then that's when you give it your all. And I think really changing that mindset that, hey, I'm not maybe not doing this full time, is very, very part-time, but the time that you put into it, it's all about your intention, your intention in the time that you actually have. So that's kind of where I would start, assessing what the goal is, and then making a plan and making a roadmap to meet that goal with the time that they have available.
I love to say that. I like the way you said it. And I like to say that when you work for someone, you're exchanging time for money, even if you don't work hourly. Let's just face it. Even though I know you were a corporate executive, you had to put in a certain amount of time. Okay?
Absolutely. Okay. Actually, you must put in more than that time.
Exactly. So at some point, my girlfriend, who is a super bad attorney, she said, at some point, I'm still making $10 an hour, all the hours I'm putting in. Okay.
Listen, okay.
She says, so you're exchanging time for your money. Your value, is exchanged for the time that you put in. But as an entrepreneur, you're really trading time for influence. So we have learned, even through this pandemic, wouldn't you agree that, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you can work smart. The things that we used to get in a car and drive across town, or even get on a plane and fly across the country, can happen literally in 15 or 20 minutes now, right? Yes. And that is, this is a perfect example why we're doing this event that we're about to bring to a close in just a little bit more than 30 minutes, as opposed to me flying you here from Houston and being
exactly
in the area, which is what we do. And we still do in-person events. I'm excited to go to our seminar in Dallas, Texas, everyone, regardless. One of the things that people say is they're not sure that they have money and it's a minimal investment to get started. They don't think they have the time. A lot of people feel like they're not the sales type. Just can you talk about that real quick? I know you weren't in sales, and
No,
did that like turn you off? Like, I ain't doing that. I mean, what did you think when they talked about? Because we do sell something because we do
absolutely.
get paid. Okay, 50% comes to you. All right, sell for 5, buy for 10. The math is real simple. So I'm sorry, sell for 10, buy for 5. Okay, the math is simple, and I can do it, even though it's backwards. Trust me. When it comes to you, you don't get it wrong.
That's
So
right.
talk about that. How did you overcome that objection of being a top dog? And my nose was a little bit so high up in the air. If it had rained, I would have drowned. I was like, I ain't doing that. I am in
I am
graduate
not
school.
doing
Okay. I have a master's degree. So how did you overcome that part? Because I'm sure some friends and family looked at you with the side eye.
Absolutely. Well, one thing, a lot of times in families, whether you know it or not, you probably have some entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
in some part of your family. And I know definitely I did. I did. Never full time, always part time. So that groundwork was there. But my selling experience was Girl Scout cookies and World's Finest chocolate. And that's it. And I wasn't selling either one of them for myself. Those were through fundraisers. And so for me, I looked at the company at that time, having been around almost 50 years at that time, okay, about 10 years ago. And I was like, well, it's working for somebody. And I remember asking before I joined, will you train me? That was my biggest thing. Are you going to show me what it is that I need to know and what I need to do? And I was assured, not only did I have a guarantee, but also that I would be trained, I would be coached, I would be mentored. That word again, right? And it was true. It was true. Took my hand in hand. Of course, it is what I put into it. All right. And following the coaching and the guidance and the mentorship. And truly, you can go where you want to go with this company. And so it's not about, it's just learning your product, just like anything else. Because understand this, every time you go into an interview, you are selling. You
Mm-hmm.
are selling yourself. Okay. You're selling your personality.
Married or got a man,
Listen,
whatever you got.
whatever you have.
You sold something to
That's
somebody.
right. That's right. You are selling your personality, your smile, your charm, your influence. You are selling. And so all you have to be is trained on this particular thing.
That is so good. Anyone who does decide that they would like to get started with our business, it's real simple. It's $30 to get started. We call that the $30 holla. That gets you a secure way to accept credit cards and a website. Your beauty consultant can give you more information. You could decide that you wanted to start with a full box, and that box is our starter kit, which is $130, and it comes with $400 worth of product supplies and all kinds of goodies. And you could decide that you wanted to start and add on the sample pack, which is enough samples for 30 people. For all of you that are a part of our area, we do these amazing events that are dates that you can come on with us on Thursday virtually or on Saturday virtually. And so that is, so many of the clients that are on today have participated, and this is how you got entries into the drawing we're about to do. And so we're grateful for that. And your beauty consultant can give you more information. So at the crux of it all, what we do is we invite you to become a beauty consultant with our company. And we appreciate you for being a client with our company, because sharing this product is where it's at. So right before we do our drawing, Carmen, I want to tell the clients that are on, my phone is blowing up, people are excited about this drawing, about the product special we have today. And what is your favorite product? As a matter of fact, you told me 2 of your favorite products. So of all the products in our line, what is your favorite that you use yourself? Because we don't just sell this, we
use
it.
Okay, so we use it. That Time Wise Miracle Set. That is my number one go-to.
I love it.
And the brush. Yes, and the brush. I love the brush.
the Skin Vigorate brush because when you add that brush on, of course, it makes a difference. I was in LA just for an overnight trip, and I just washed my face with my hands because I didn't pack the brush and bring it with me, as I do on longer trips. But I could tell the difference. I can't wait to get in there tonight and turn my brush on and go to town. So we have a special. If I know many of you are already using the Miracle Set, but some of you might not be using the Skin Vigorate brush. So if you're using the Miracle Set, this is an opportunity for you to get the Miracle Set. And if you have never tried it, it's an opportunity for you to get it. When you purchase the Miracle Set, you will save 30% on the Skin Vigorate Sonic brush. So your beauty consultant can share that with you. And so that will be a $22.50 savings. It retails for $75. So that will be a 30% discount. So we're excited about that. So Carmen, I want to thank you so much. You get to stay for the absolute favorite part. Dorothy is going to put up a prize wheel, and we are about to do our drawing. So this has been going on April, May, and June.
Wow.
And there are several different ways that they can get entered based on coming out on a Mary Kay date with us, based on purchasing product, based on joining our team, all these different ways. And one person is going to win $500 cash, and her beauty consultant wins $500 cash.
Wow.
So Dorothy is about to pull the wheel up. And if you are on, there's always about a 90-second delay. So we'll banter for about 90 seconds just to see if the person answers and they say they're on. If their beauty consultant is on, if their director is on, if you're on, that is great. So every one of those little dots is an entry. And it doesn't mean every one of them is a person, because some individuals might have 30 entries. So that means your name is in there 30 times. If you had 50 entries, if you had 110 entries, there's so many different ways you can get entries. So some people get multiple entries. And so those represent all of the entries. And beauty consultants, those are all the times. If you put 50 clients in, you might have 250 entries in here if your clients had different entries. So we are going to spin the wheel, and I still get nervous. I get nervous. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. You have to tell your beauty consultant who you are and identify, because we can't just send you the money until we know your Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, and we'll communicate that offline. So your beauty consultant will know how to reach me, and you can text in. So here we go, Dorothy. Hit it. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be, Carmen?
Oh my goodness, this is so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the guest name is Latrice Tiller, and so Dorothy is going to tell me who the beauty consultant is and who the director is. So who is the beauty consultant and who is the director of that person? So she's looking.
It is her consultant is Denise Silas.
Denise Silas. Oh my goodness, Denise Silas is on. You know Denise, don't you, Carmen? Do you know
Yes,
Denise?
I do know Denise. Hey, congratulations.
I've been working this contest. You know what, Denise? I wish I had sent you the link for you to hop in here, because I know she is over there.
There she is. There she is.
Okay. So,
Yes,
Denise, you just got your seminar room paid for. Get excited. Okay.
so excited.
That is super exciting. She has really, really been working this contest, and it's so awesome that it's not just of the leader who has been encouraging her consultants to work it, but she's been working it herself. So she said, "Hey, Soror." Okay.
Yes, congratulations.
We are at the pink table. Okay.
Listen, we gonna listen.
AK over here, Delta Sigma Theta, all a part of the family, the big Greek family. So grateful. Carmen, thank you for hanging out with me. This was awesome. Congratulations, Denise. Latrice, I want Denise, I want you and Latrice to pop on, and we're going to do a special event in our Solid as a Rock area to just celebrate her, and just super exciting. Carmen, thanks for joining me at the pink table, and I can't wait to in just a couple of weeks, you guys, let's just say it's like Carmen is going to be getting married. Okay. She's already married, but I promise you that debut, as you have been elevated to the top position of our company, is one of the highlights of my life.
Wow.
And so you guys just follow her on social media, because you're going to see her don the stage after she has had her personal makeup artist slam her face. Okay.
Listen, we'll be together.
We'll be together. And you know what? I'll be cheering you on with the jewelry that you bought me, because I got the matching earrings that go with the jewelry for the bracelet that you had custom made for me. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
It's just going to be a joy to see you and all of your directors celebrated in the style that you so deserve, because of the accomplishment of elevating yourself to the top position of this company. And so that is just happening in just a few days, girl, a few days.
No.
And
thank
so
you for having me.
Table, you will be on the pink stage, that big Grammy Award, like big Oscar Award like stage. It's going to be amazing. All right, y'all. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining the Pink Table, and thank you for tagging your beauty consultant, letting her know you were on, because guess what? You were entered in this drawing, and everybody's a winner, but Latrice and Denise get to take something home. But the cool thing about this is you have been entered into our August 16th contest, $500 drawing that we'll do this next month for watching tonight. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So keep coming back, keep coming on some dates with us, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.